guys, welcome back to my another very energetic and also a very helpful video. So this video, why I say you that this video will be so helpful. Yes guys, because I also know that if you hear this video, if you saw this video till the end, so you can learn lots of things in this video, because in my channel I make lots of videos of learning something and also how to speak English, like English related video. But today I will mix all of them, and also I will say you I try to understand you all of them in a very simple way and also a learning way and also very interestingly. So what will be that? So today's topic will be that how to build our confidence, means a motivation, how to build our confidence, because in English speaking, when we speak English, then one thing, like just a one thing is so important for us. This thing is called the confident. In every work we need confidence. If anyone also don't believe, then we have to believe it. Everything is depend on our confidence. Like there is like this also happened with me in everything I work, a single work, single exams or a small work also needs some confidence. So when I also learned the cycle first time, then in that time I also don't know that how to ride cycle, any of one. First we fall in the ground with the cycle, and then we again stood up, and in that time our whole confidence is just broken. We always just every brain in our brain just moving that I will fall this cycle, like what will happen. But when this like moving in our mind, then our confidence is broken that time. But if we have to like create our confidence again and again, for this we also can learn the cycling. You also think that there is a small baby who can't speak his mother tongue, like Bengali or any mother tongue. He is like English, you also can think that English. In that time first he just here, there and near his parents, his guardians and also his elders, and then he try to speak. He do lots of mistake in that time, but he try, means he has confidence. He always try again and again, he always, and in the last he learn. So this is called the confident. For every work we need confidence. Without a confidence it will be so hard. Just in your whole body, in your whole heart, mind, one thing we have to need, one sentence, one thing is the confident. I also making videos, and now I also don't know that how will be the video, and in which time I do mistake, or in which time I do some best thing, I tell you best thing, but I think that I can do it. This is called a confident. So we need confidence to speak English. Don't think that you are saying the wrong thing. Just say. If we don't say, then you don't learn. Then you can't learn. I always say you this thing in my video. You also can notice this, because this is so important for us. And now guys, so now I just start my video. I tell you every topic one by one, some learning thing also. So my first is that why we can't speak English. This is a very big thing, that why we can't speak English. We always try to speak English. There are lots of very oldest person also, they also try to speak English, because in everywhere we need practice. In presentation, to give anyone some presentation, to do anything, we need English. To speak to someone, to communicate with other countries people, we need English. So this is not, English is so important. We also know in our country English is official language, we think, but I think that English is the mother tongue of the whole world, because English is used in every countries, like the half world countries know English, and the other I don't think that it also can be, but ignore them. So first everyone know that where in which place we need English. I always say you, if you saw my videos, that you also can know. So now I have to say, like this is so important for us, why we can't not speak English. We know how to speak English. Then everyone say that grammar. If you learn grammar, then you can't speak. If you learn grammar, then you can speak. Read grammars. But which person always say you that read grammar, then why he cannot speak? Like I gave you some example, you have to do this work is so very interesting. Go to someone and then just try to say him that how we can learn English. Everyone know, he will give you the one answer, same to same answer, read grammar. I also know this also very helpful for us, read grammar every day, every night, every morning. And then we like question him that did you know English? You say me that grammar is so important. For this I think that you also try to speak English with the grammar. So please talk with me. Give me some solution in English, like give me a speech in English, and then you can saw the result of the reading grammar. The person who always try to tell us that read grammar, then you can see that how he can speak English, because he also know that how to speak English with the help of the grammar. Then just ask him, and then you can see what is the result of grammar. Like grammar is important, but in our society everyone think that we have to read grammar. Grammar is important, but grammar help us to know some rules of English. It also can be like lots of people say that grammar is so important. I also feel that it is important, but it is not so highly important. We have to listen, we have to read. If everyone say us that read grammars, but with the grammar they did not say us that what we have to do in the next after the reading grammar. Grammar is important, but after the grammar there are lots of things are so important for us to develop our speaking power. I also know that I also say to everyone that yes, grammar is important, we have to learn grammar, but what is after the grammar? Like in our mother tongue also we read some grammar rule. I also think that there are like very small grammar rules in Bengali, in our mother tongue also, so I did not care about that. Then what is after the grammar? As I say you, LSRW. LSRW is so important in our to speak English, to develop our speaking hour. LSRW. L means listening, S means speaking, W means writing, and R means reading. So reading is important. We have to read and read the same thing again and again. For this I say you that read stories, understand stories. So this is the thing. And then in the second is listening. Listening is the main thing. Without listening we can't speak English, because mother tongue also, baby, first a child listen and then he say. Like you also try to say to anyone that I will give you some examples of listening, that why we have to listen. Without listening, you also, I think that everyone will say that without listening we can't also speak our mother tongue also. In the time when we are a child, we always used to listen again and again, and then in the last we can speak our mother tongue, we understand the whole thing. If we don't listen, then we can't. In a discussion also, like in your school or any friend's home, and also anything, first how we know that like discussion in class 5 also there is a poem I remembered. This poem name is the class discussion. You also can notice in class 5 textbook. So in this poem the writer try to tell us that when we discuss something to anyone, then in that time we just go near them and then we say. We have to understand that why they are discussed, in which topic they are discussing, and then first we listen. Everyone in the time in the discussion, everyone give their opinion, and then we listen what are their opinions, and in the last we give an opinion, and then in that time we listen to another like person opinions, and also why this is, why not this is, we discuss, and then we had an idea. So discussion. Discussion is means talking, but without listening we can't also do some discussion. We also can't solution. We also can't solve our solution like problems and also some mistakes. So discussion and listening. Listening is so important for us. When we listen, then we can. For this, I always say you that do the same activities what we do to learn our mother tongue. Just repeat, or you go with your one of your elder and just say them that how I learn English, like how I learn my mother tongue, and then what the elder say us, you do the same thing with the English or any word you have to do. In the time you can like improve your speaking power very highly. Lots of people also that do the same thing, but they don't declare with us. This is the thing. So like and by next topic, my next thing is that storytelling. Reading, as I say you in LSRW, read. If we don't read, then we can't speak. Like I say you that listening is speaking, they are similar. Listening and speaking. When we listen and then we can speak, you also like this is a true thing. When we listen, then in the time we can speak. So listening and speaking, this is like brother and brother, like cousins. And then the second is reading and speaking. This is also very helpful for us for our improving English. Just don't think that we have to read the highly books, the costly books, and also lot of things. Just try to read the small stories, the children's textbook stories. This also can help us for you. How I learned this. So this is the thing. In the time when I just started my journey of learning English, in the time I just read stories. I don't care about that. I and my father just read stories, and then we just do it. So this is the thing. Always remember. And so this is the thing. Read and read. And in the small books also there are lots of, we always think that you also can saw it in the class 6, in the class 5, and in class 8, class 10, and also class 7. In their stories there are lots of grammar rules, and their sentences, their whole story is very hard. But in small children's books, they have not so very big grammar rules, and also we can understand them very properly. If you are a real beginner and never studied English before, try to read the children's book. It is very helpful for us. And in storytelling, when we read a story, then in that time, like story, why I say you always read story, because story can give us lots of things. Like it is very helpful for us. First thing, story, we also can learn lots of grammar rules from the story, like the tense, the part of speech, voice change, and also lot of things. In a story we can find out them. Like in Robinson Crusoe, in class 5 textbook story, the whole story is just a past from story. In that was, had, I saw, I seen. So this is the thing, past from. And there are lots of story which are in the past, present, future, this type of stories. And in this story we also can find noun, pronoun, and also adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, like everything we can find out in a story, every grammar rules. The same thing. And always remember what we speak. In speaking English, like I also try to say you this is a very big secret, that now I am telling you like I also trying to learn you something. Now how I do this? I did not speak the very highly sentence and also lot of things. I just speaking. I just saying you the same thing in the story. The same word, like was, the, he, she, I saw, I remembered. So this is every sentences, every words we can find out in story. So it is can help us. So this is the thing. For this I always say you that story can give a stock word and also some stock sentences. So this is the uses of story. And now guys, I came in my next topic is what will be my next topic? I think that my next topic will be the advanced learning. Now what is it? Advanced learning. Now lots of people, lots of person also can notice it. I read in class. Now I tell you that in which class I read. I read in class in 6. Like now I stood up in class 6, and then in that time when I was read in class 5, in that time lots of people also can see. I always tell you the class 7 textbook stories, the 6 textbook stories. But why this is? Because when I also started learning English, like reading stories, in that time I and my father like make a new idea that when I was reading class 2 or reading class 3, I always try to read the next books stories, the advanced learning. So this is called. Now I read in class 6, and I also trying to read the class like 7 stories. In that time there are lots of video I also can make, and I also get lots of time. Because now what I read, if I read the class 6 story, if when I was class 2, I always try to read the class 3 story. Because when we just read stories, reading stories is not so difficult. Like just read what is happened. One day you like to read a story very properly, and also if you want to understand a story, you need just one day. In one day you can do anything. So this is the thing. One day one story, second day the next story, and this is in a textbook there are 10 stories we can find. And in that time I and my father just manage all the 10 story in like 1 month, 2 months. And in that time when our whole story of class 2 are just end, then in that time we had like, in that time we can see that we has lots of time. We can also read the same thing. For this we buy the next class books. We buy and just we came in our home and we started reading them. But in that time I just read in class 2, so I think that I can understand you what I want to say. So this is called advanced learning. And when I do this thing, when I and my father just do this thing, so in that time we also can get lots of time. When I just stood up in class 3, I get lot of time. I also saw that I has read all the stories. And now I get, in that time we can get lots of more time for our next subject, for our upcoming like books, and also lot of things. And in that time I also practice some English, listen. So this is the thing, always try to do that. And time is so important for us. Use the 1 second, 2 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute, 1 hour also. 1 second is also very costly. We always think that money, like APJ Abdul Kalam sir try to say us also that we always say that money, we need money, everything we can do with the help of the money. But today I will tell you that money is not important. Money is just help us to survive, to live in the world, in our circle, in our country, to survive. But like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir also try to tell us that money can buy a house but not a home. Money can buy books but not a knowledge. Money can buy money can buy blood but not a life. Money can buy like food, lots of food, but not a appetite, a hungry. Money can buy like policy but not a security. Money can buy lot of things, but there are lots of things in our world also, like money can buy everything but not happiness. So this is the thing. So time also very important in our thing. We also can't stop the time, we also can't reverse the time. Time is just going like a river. If we touch the same water, then we can't touch the same water too. So this is the thing. Time also like this. For this I say you that 1 minute, 1 second, 1 hour also very costly. We can't buy time. So always try to use them. So now guys, this is the thing, and my next topic I also try to understand you that what is the advanced learning is so important for us. We also can learn lot of things with the help of the advanced learning. So for this I always read read in class 6, and you also can see that after lots of day I started making the class 7 videos, the class 7 stories, and also lot of things. And now guys, my next topic is that always try to remember my next topic is motivation. As I say you confident that we need confident to speak English, motivation also like this. We have to earn motivation. The motivation will not come to us. We have to earn the motivation. Motivation and confidence is an earning thing. Like as I say you that beautiful days don't come to you, you must work towards them. Motivation also like this. Beautiful days means motivation. And motivation is very important for our success. If you want to success in your life, then you have to need motivation. Motivation is so very important for us. Without motivation we can't learn. Like you also think that first time when you just start your journey, I also do lots of mistakes, lots of problems. When I make video, in the time I have to stop the one video lots of time, and also I do lots of mistake in making a video. And in that time when we just start our journey, then we also don't know that how to cut a video, how to manage a video, how to edit a video. We just make video and we just post in the YouTube, in the Facebook, WhatsApp. But now the world is also an advanced world, so we also have to go like the world, be advanced. So now we come back in our topic, that motivation. We need motivation when we do a mistake. Then after the mistake, when we do a mistake, and then when lots of problems came to us, then I also think that our confidence, our motivation is just low down in that time. But we have to repeat it again and again. Just try to face the mistake, just try to solve the mistake and face the problem. In that time we have to earn motivation. Like there are lots of videos in also YouTube, and I also make lots of video, failure, mistakes, problems. You also can saw all of the video. And when we saw videos, when we feel motivate ourselves, like quotes. Yes guys, quotes I also remember. Quotes is the one thing that can motivate ourselves. Just read quotes in Google and also in our phone. We can saw lots of great people also make quotes. Quote says. Now quote says can help us lots of things in lot of ways. Quotes can help us to motivate ourselves. It can give us lots of confidence and also the power to take the next step. Quotes is the small, there are 2 lines, 3 lines. In the middle time also I use some quotes. And so the quotes are small, but they have lots of work in our brain. They can do anything. Like we also say chota packet bada dhamaka. So quotes also like this, you also can understand. And now guys, and my next topic is the conversation. I am giving you a speech, but don't think that this is a speech. I am doing the conversation. Now in conversation, everyone think that in conversation, English, we need, yes guys, this is very important, this is the truth thing, that in English we have to do conversation. As learn English, we have to speak in conversation. If you also trying to learn some new thing, trying to how to speak with someone, so conversation is important. Like this is common thing, but how to practice your conversation, how to develop your conversation. So if you also want to develop your conversation, then one thing remember, in conversation you need 2 person, you and the another person. But in our society and in our there in near about us, there we also can't find out some persons like someone who can talk with us if there is lots of and in that time we also can't find out person, lots of person, like in that time we can't find another person who can speak with us, who can do like practice in us, who can try to do conversation. So this is the thing, and in that time what we will do if we can't find anyone, any person, that what we will do in that time? And then in that time you just go near a mirror and then act body movement. This is so important for us. And then just go near a mirror and then just talk with yourself. Like in another thing also, if you go near to anyone, if you go front of lots of people and now you feel that you have to learn English, you have to speak, you have to develop your English, you have to develop your speaking power, your conversation, then wow, we can do this. So in that time, remember just one thing. One thing is so important for us. In that time, just take a headphone or a earbud or anything and just connect with your phone, and then like don't play anything, don't also call to someone, just speak with yourself. The Bluetooth or the headphone is in your ear and just speak and speak and speak. The person, anyone who will, the people who will saw you, they also think that the boy, that the man is speaking with to someone in the phone, because he just wear the headphone or the earbuds. So this is the thing, this is the result. And if you want to learn English, then be a mock learner. In that time, always remember the world is our classroom. If we don't use the world, then the world will use us. So always try to use the world. The world can give us everything. Now we also get lots of opportunity the world give us. Just try to do, just try to use these opportunities for your speaking and also learning things. So this is the thing, the world is our classroom. For this I always try to say you, the world is our classroom. We can learn anything or everything also, small thing also from the world. For this use a second, a minute also. So conversation, I think I also try to tell you that how to do conversation. So go front of a mirror and then just speak. Wrong or right, this is not care about that. And then if you get a person who can speak with you, and then go to near them and then just ask them, then can you speak with me, can you speak with me English for a moment, for sometimes, and then notice what the person say. The person, if you just go near them and say them that I can speak English, just speak with me, if the person is a literature of English, he will try to speak you in lots of hard sentence, lots of hard thing in grammar. But when you go to someone and then he's try to say them that I can't speak English, I just can speak English little. Now I want to develop my conversation, can you speak with me for a minute, for a time? And then the person will help you. In a stage also, if we just speak and then suddenly we forgot what we have to say, all the people who just watching you, they also try to help you. So this is the thing, the world is just trying to help us, but we can't understand. The world can give us opportunities, lots of ideas, and the world also just sit to help you. Try, use all the opportunities and everything. And now guys, so this is the thing, and now my next topic will be, I think that you just watching the whole video, watch the whole video, because this video will be so very different and also an interesting video. You also can learn lot of things from this video. Now guys, I will come back again after this small break. Talk about mistake. what is mistake, and mistake is so important for us. As I speak lots of things, as I tell you that what is the reason of storytelling, the confidence, the motivation, and also the conversation. But now I am going to tell you why and for what. And like mistakes, everyone mistake is a common thing for us. We always do mistake to do anything, but lots of people think that mistake, don't do mistake. If we always do mistake, then it will not good for us, it will always bad for us, we can't learn anything. But now I am going to tell you one thing, just one thing. Mistake is a partner of our life, of our success. If we don't do mistake, then we can't learn anything. Like mistake help us, mistake provide us learn. We can learn lot of things from the mistake. For this, mistake is very important. The big successors, the person who success in their life, they also say that they always do lots of mistake, but they have solved the mistake. For this, just I want to say you just one thing, that always remember that thing. Mistake. When we do mistake, then in that time we have three things for should ever do. Admit the mistake, learn anything and everything from the mistake, and don't repeat the mistake. When we do this, then you can improve yourself very highly, and don't care of people. People will always say you the wrong thing, the opposite thing, that mistake are so bad, don't do mistake. If you do mistake, you are wrong. They punished us if we do some mistake. But from the mistake we can learn. They don't know that. So always try to spread out this thing in your society, and also let them know that mistake, when we do mistake, then mistake is not a wrong thing, it is a good thing. But when we do the same mistake third, like three, lots of time, this is a mistake, this is called a mistake. And I think when we do a mistake, after the mistake we can take a very big step for our next success, for our next aims. So this is the thing, always remember that thing. And now mistake, everyone in the whole world, everyone do mistake. Like mistake is a own partner of our life, of our everything, of our like do any hard work. I am not saying this thing to only speak English, to learn English. You can think this in everything. Mistake, like always remember, mistake is partner. If you think that you can't, I don't do mistake in my life, I don't do mistake, then you are wrong. We have to do mistake. And if we said that no, I don't, nothing happened to you, the mistake don't care about you, mistake will happen. And we also have to use the mistake. The world, mistake, who give us the mistakes? The world give us the mistake. And in everything there is a one reason. The mistake has a reason. When we also do the mistake, then in that time, if we always think about the mistake, that mistake, problem, if you share your mistake with another person, with another one, means you are wasting time. Now this is wrong thing, don't do this. Always remember, when we do some mistake, when we have to face some problems, then in the time, if we always just think about our things, mistakes, then nothing will happen. The mistake will not solve. We have to solve the mistake. Just think that your aim, your success, what you have to do. And when we think that how to solve the mistake, how to solve the problems in our life, and when we just focus on our possibilities, that what we can do now with the help of the mistake, then we can do anything you can understand. So this is main thing for us, very big thing for us. We always think about like this, don't do mistake, but it is wrong. the great successor who success in their life, they also do mistake. First time when I just started my learning English journey, in that time I also know how many times I do mistake in a same single video, and in that time I also don't know, I and my father also don't know that how to edit the video in Crime Master, and we just make a video. If we do some mistake, then one thing is just moving in our brain in that time. If we do some mistake, then we cut the video and start it from the first, and then after that thing we just do and do and do. We did not stop in the time for our mistake, for our some problems. We just do what we can do in that time, we will do. Always remember what you now, if you do some mistake, if you do some problems, everyone, this is a very big and also an important thing, that if you do some mistakes, some problems, then in that time don't think about the mistake. In that time think that what we can do in that time. So this is called. And also psychology say that if we focus on our problems, in our mistakes, then we will have more problems. But when we focus on our possibilities, then we will have more opportunities, means more way, more idea to take a next step. And I think that after the mistake we also can take a very big step after the mistake. When we learn the mistake, and this is also a very beautiful quote, mistakes are painful when they happen, means in our life when we do some mistake, when there are lots of problems came to us, in that time this situation is very painful. Everyone will laugh at you. This is the thing. Sri Gandhiji also tried to say us that first people will laugh at you, then they ignore you, then they hit you, like jealous to you, and then they fight you, and then you will win. Now I came back to my topic, that mistakes are painful when they happen in that time, in that situation. But after a year, the collection of our mistake will be a success. The mistake will automatically provide us success. This is the rule of nature. We do that 1 time, 3 times, lots of time mistakes. But when we always learn something from the mistake, and after 1 year, we learn, in that time we can learn lot of things from the mistake also. And in that time, the mistake will provide us the success, everything. So always remember, do mistake, but in that time, time to time, you have to learn everything from the mistake. And now guys, I will talk about the WH question. Now as question, if we don't question that why I lose, why I do the mistake, for what I do the mistake, how to find the solution of the mistake, if we don't question, then we can't find the solution, and also we can't learn a single drop also. So always try to question. And now a question, it is very important for our ask question. Our whole life is just go on a question. My every video, you also can notice in every video I tell you, like I do a single question, and with the help of the question I make the whole video. So this video also, why you are seeing this video, because for a question, first time just I do one question, that confident, how to build your confidence for speaking English. This is the question. And for this question you need the solution, and for this you just watching my video, the whole video till the end. So question is so important. The whole world, the gravity, everything is made, everything is just created by a question, because our whole world is so advanced, the very biggest advanced world. For why? Because we always do questions. The human beings is so curious. In your life, if you want to be a successor, then you have to be curious and also a strong man. Just do question that why this is, why I can't, why I have everything, I can do everything, but for what I can't doing these things. So when we do question, that we also feel like we also can get lots of power and also lots of strength in that time, confidence, motivation. So always try to do question, that if you have some mistakes, and then if someone say you that you are like learning English, or you are doing some work, and a person will came to you, and then in that time if he will say that why are you doing this, you can't do, and then our whole strength, our whole focus, strength is just broken, our whole confidence is broken. Because we always hear to people, if people say that you have to read grammar to speak English, and we also believe that. And I love to do some work, and then if anyone say to us that you can't do that, our whole strength, our whole confidence will broke in that time. So in that time, what we have to do to manage our confidence and to give them a very big and also a harder answer, just ask them that why I can't do that, and then in that time just wait for their thing, like they also shut up, their mouth will be agape in that time. Just say them that why. Be a curious man in your life, a curious person in your life, then you can do everything. For this, always if we also mistake something, that you don't have to question to the whole world, you don't have to question to the peoples, just question to you. If you mistake, if you can't doing something, then question to you that why I force myself to do the thing, like why we are learning English, why English is so important for us. Just do question, the solution will come, and with the help of the solution we can success in our life, we also can learn the English. So I think that you also feel very good now to hearing this thing. Motivation is so important. With the help of the motivation we can success in our life. I again repeated that thing. And now guys, my next topic is that a failure and a winner. For what we just make these words, the failure. The failure, what is meaning of the failure? First, if you want to know what is meaning of the failure, why we call the failure, then understand the winner. Means a failure, if there is a person, he just fail in a match, and he just fail in a match. Like you can think that in an exam, if a child can't get a very good marks, like he fail in his class, and in that time everyone, the teachers and the children, the toppers who get a very good marks, they always say to him that you can't do anything, you are a bad person, you fail in your class, your marks are so low, you can't. So what? That child is just trying to trying to read very powerfully and also lot of things. If someone forced you that you can't do it, and you can't do it, but you are trying to do it, and then what you will do? So always remember, like a backbencher, a failure and a topper. Like there is a match are going, and someone just fail in the match, and the another one is just win the match. So what are the differences? The first one who win the match, he will everyone, he lead everyone. Everyone have to listen him. Everyone have to unfortunately everyone have to listen him. But who fail in the match, he has experience. That I fail in the match, I have lots of experience. For this, there is a quote, a very beautiful quote, like in my back you can see this quote. This quote is, wrong person will always teach you the right lesson. Take risks in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Or if a person just lose the game, then he can lead others. If a person mistake lots of time, he can lead others. If a person is fail again and again, he can lead others, because he get the experience of the whole work. Like if you also think that if you do a match, if you play a match and then you fail one time, second time, and then you can get lot of knowledge that what we have to do now, what we will do, what we'll do now, what you have to do now. And the another person, if anyone trying to win, then you can lead them that you have to do, if you do this you will not lose. And the other person who just win the game, they always say to everyone that now I win the game, I am the winner, everyone have to listen to me. So this is the difference, a failure and a winner, a topper and a backbencher. One day if anyone fail and if everyone say to him that you can't do, like you are fail, you are so like you don't do, you don't study, you just a loser, you always in like you always a big backbencher, you always like do funny things, you can't be a great person in your life. But one day you also can show that the boy, the child who fail in the exam, one day he will be the topper. And the persons, the pupil who always just teach him that you can't do anything, you can't do anything, they is just get the same marks, because the boy who just failed, they have experience in their life. So this is the thing, guys. And now I say you that this topic also in, and I say you that motivation, we need motivation, but for what we can get the motivation? Like you also can see my videos, and also there are lots of videos that can give you, provide you lots of motivation to do, to take a next step, and the quotes and thoughts. In the middle time, in the middle of my speech, I also giving you some quotes, some very beautiful quotes, and also some thoughts. And with the help of the quotes and thoughts, I just make lots of lines. I also can speak very properly in the time. But for why? This is so important for us. Always remember quotes and thoughts. The quotes and thoughts are very small, they are 2, 3, 4 lines, but they have lots of work in our brain. First, the quotes and the thoughts, when we read them, then our brain will be so relaxed. We also can get lots of power, new strength, and also energies to do the next step, to take a very big and next step, and thus fast. And very important thing, that the quotes will give you confidence and motivation. Like we also can say it, chota packet bada dhamaka. Like you can understand it. For this I always like try to tell you very easily the same thing in 2 lines, in 3 lines, by help of a quote. And I also speak the English now very properly, and I also have to read lots of things. I also know now, my English is not so clear. I have to learn lot of things, because always remember, in a work, in something, in education has not any end. Education, knowledge has not any end. If like there are lots of people who is very old, but they have lots of wants, they also want to speak English, they also want to do something, they also want to get the education. So in education and knowledge, there are no any matter age, and also somehow old, how small, and also how big or how young. This is not matter in education and in knowledge. Just we have to get it, and it has also no any end. I also know that in English also I also have to improve my speaking power. And why, like this is the thing, and quotes and thoughts. And I always read the story and also quotes and thoughts. Like you also can get the quotes, get the thoughts from Google, and also lot of things, guys. And in my video also, if you think that I have to make a video of quotes and thoughts, like in after this video there I make lots of like 2 videos of quotes and thoughts, you also can see them. Like they are very beautiful. I also use lots of quotes and also lots of very beautiful thoughts, and I just manage it in a video. so you can saw them now guys, like you can see them now guys. I think that this video have to end now. This video is very long and I also do lots of hard work in this video. You also can't like understand, and also now I have to do lots of hard work, and if you think that I have to make lots of this type of very big videos, so please comment me that what kind of video I have to make. Like give me idea. If you like comment me, then I also feel very good, and so I also feel I also can get in that time lots of strength. Now guys, I think that I have to end this video. If you like my topics, if you can like, if you feel that there are lots of confidence, lot of strength is just enter in your body, so please like this video, subscribe my channel for more this type of video. Thank you. See you in the next video. To a great mind, nothing is little.